Hi, it's Martin and welcome to another video on my Knit365 YouTube channel. Today's video is Vlogtober episode 4 and it is currently Wednesday, the 9th of October. I should really check these things before I start recording. Like, not check that, is it Wednesday? Like, remind myself what day it is. It's been a long day at work. So yes, it's Wednesday. And this episode is probably going to take us maybe up to Sunday because there's not going to be a lot of knitting, I don't think, because I know I've just got a few life things coming up this weekend. But as with these Vlogtober videos, it's behind the scenes of what happens during October, but rather than being one video a day, it's kind of 5 or 10 minutes of my day edited together, and then you get a half-hour blog. That's the format for my Vlogtober. Hello and welcome if you're new here and finding me during Vlogtober. It's lovely to have you here. And if you are a returning viewer, of course, as always, thank you so much for coming back and giving me a bit of your time. So already coming up in this video today, we are going to be blocking a shawl. And I need to talk about the shawl because it gets a lot of questions and I forget to answer. Not because I don't want to answer it, I just forget. I think, oh, I need to talk about the yellow shawl, and I never do. And some, sorry, it hit the camera, I think. Some sewing in of some ends, because it's Wednesday night. Clue 2 drops tomorrow, and I've got ends to sew in. And I've got a pumpkin to finish. So, going to be some fibery bits coming up, but I need to go and get this in to soak. So, this is a Westknits shawl, and this is the Flying Foxtail shawl, which is a wonderful kind of all over brioche shawl. Hello, I can kind of see you. It is absolutely gorgeous, and I love this colour. It is just so bright and vibrant. And I think this features in the opening credits. And I didn't knit this. This is a Westknits sample that I purchased in the sample sale a few years ago. And it was made by, I don't know who, one of the sample knitters for Stephen. And we've talked about my love / hatred / scaredness, is that a word? Of brioche. And I had some money for birthday and Christmas one year, and my birthday's in March, so very shortly after Christmas. So I get the what do you want for Christmas? And I say, I don't really know. Then immediately, like 6 weeks later, I'm getting the what do you want for your birthday? And I still don't know. Like they asked me 6 weeks later. My birthday is like 11 weeks after Christmas, I think, something like that. And I didn't know. So I had money off people, still didn't know. And I saw that then I kept the money in the drawer separate so I didn't spend it. And I saw the sample sale and I was like, oh, I love that shawl, but I'm never going to knit it. So it's a glorious, where am I? There I am. Glorious shawl. And it's another big blankety style one. So it's really big and nice to wear. But yeah, I don't think I've ever shown it off in a video. But it was an official Westknits. So I've got a little certificate that says it's an official Westknits sample. I've really not put this on very well. So I'm just grabbing this because if you just watched the live with Irina, the Zoom call that we did, you'll see that I grabbed this off the blocking mats. So this is last year's, no, 3 years ago, maybe. This is shawlography. And I'm going through and I'm rewashing and blocking all of my shawls for the autumn and the winter. So this one also now needs to be washed and blocked. So I've grabbed it. This could be the thumbnail. And then folks will be, oh, he's talking about the yellow shawl. So this is the thumbnail, maybe. We'll see. But yeah, I need to wash and block it. My turn to cook tea, as we just discussed on the Zoom call. When I say tea, it's a British thing. I mean breakfast, lunch and tea, not breakfast, lunch and dinner. So I'm cooking tea. We're having a chicken stir fry. Mark will be into Cardiff in about 5 minutes. So I need to start cooking tea. But before that, I need to give this a wash. So I just love it. It's got this garter stitch panel and these brioche sections with these massive yarn over holes. And yeah, this was before I did any brioche, I think. And I was like, I really want that brioche shawl, but I'm absolutely not going to knit it myself. So I treated myself, and it's a really lovely statement piece that I've bought and I wear and I love it. And I don't know why I've never shown it off before, but that's going in the sink with some eucalan. Then it's going to have a little lie down on the blocking mat. So we're whipping through them through Vlogtober. So I'm going to go and cook tea. I'm going to go and blot this. I've got a few things that I need to finish. I'll be back at some point, but I just thought I would start the introduction, set the scene for this video, and yeah, see you in a minute. Me again, I haven't done any of the things I said. I was questioning it after. It's not the Flying Fox, it's the tree fern shawl. And it's in the Westknits Best Knits book, which is number 3, volume 3, Shawl Evolution. It's the tree fern. So that's the sample that's in the book, in these purples. And I've got the all yellow one, and it's made in La Bien-Aimée yarn. So yeah, just a slight addendum before I carry on, because I was just putting it in this thing. I was like, I'm sure that's not the right shawl, and it wasn't. Right, it is Thursday. It's 6:30, and I'm just about to leave for band. I think this is my new shop because lots of you are commenting about the bears. I do like the bears. I need to think about a bigger bear. That's for another blog. I'm going to band. I've seen the clue. I jumped straight to the end. The video popped up. I just arrived at work. The video popped up. I started to play it. And then he said, follow these instructions to set up the brioche row. And I was like, so I skipped straight to the end to see, and I love it. Oh, more on why I love it. There's another shawl that's got this kind of pattern. No spoiler yet if you've not seen it. Yeah, I'm very excited. And it's brioche this week. Maybe there's 2 weeks of brioche. This could be the thing, right? This is the other thing. This week's brioche is just straight panels. So I feel okay. I've done that before. It's going to be all right. I feel like we need to sound the brioche alarm. So, yeah, it is what it is. We've just had food, tea, chicken risotto. Oh, it was lovely. Mark's a very good cook. I'm very spoiled. No knitting has been done because I was in work. I'm now going straight to band. I will probably not do any knitting tonight because I won't get home until 10:30. The first row is the brioche setup row. It's not even like I've just got a knit row that I can do. So I'm probably not going to do any knitting. I've got a pumpkin that I can finish. That's probably all. But stay tuned tomorrow. Stay tuned in the rest of this episode because tomorrow there will be some brioche. Hopefully. But I have to go to band now. I'll see if I can maybe take you to band with me. If I popped you on my stand while I played, I'd probably have a row off the conductor if he found out. But if he found out. I've switched instruments as well. I've joined a different band. It was a whole thing. I'm now playing tenor horn. So I'm back to being the Welsh tenor. I forgot to tell you that. That's where the name came from, as I said in the previous video, because I am Welsh. And I played tenor horn. And then I moved back to cornet. And now I'm back on horn. And I'm very happy in my new band. So yeah, maybe, we'll see. I don't know. Right, I need to go. There'll be some crochet tonight because I've got to do the decreases that I've made my 4th pumpkin. We're making progress. This is a knitting blog after all for Vlogtober. Right, but I have to go to band now. So I will see you in a moment. Good morning. So, it is early o'clock. Mark has gone to London with work, and I asked him to wake me up. He's usually really considerate. We both try to leave the other asleep if one's up early for work. So I said to him, wake me up because I can MKAL. Even if I can just do 2 rows. I'm working at home today because I'm finishing work at 3 o'clock. I've got an early finish so that I can drive to London for stitches tomorrow. So listen how gravelly I sound because I've not spoken yet. So I'm awake. And I figured I've got a couple of hours then before I have to work. So I'm going to get back into bed with my coffee and my knitting. And I'm going to see if I can at least do the setup rows, which I can do. And it'll be quiet and peaceful and I haven't got to talk to Mark or be distracted by anyone. So I think that's my plan. So behind the scenes Vlogtober, early morning knitting, I think this is how we may get some rows in on the MKAL today. So let's go and watch the brioche video. Hi. 7 o'clock now. So it's probably been about an hour and a half. I did do a row. Then I realised it was still on the needle extender. Half asleep, I think. So I then had to finish that row because it was almost too big a cable. So then I saw that. So I've probably been knitting about an hour and a half, maybe just under. I've watched the video a few times for the techniques. So I've just finished row 2. So here we go. Obviously I'm doing the brioche version. But row 2 is finished. So you can just make out the pink sections here. And then if I spin it around, you've then got the black and green sections. My only reservation, and I feel like when I've done brioche in the past, you need to do a few rows. You look at it and you're like, really? But you need to do a few rows to kind of see the ribbon. It's not a hesitation, and I'm absolutely fine with it. I'm not changing it, is where I'm holding the black and the green. Obviously that is a thicker combination than just the pink. So on the right side, you can see the pink, and that's where I think it'll be more effective when I've got more rows on that section. But the black and the green is quite prominent because I just think the texture is slightly different, but I'm fine with that, absolutely. But that's an observation, if anything. So yeah, there we go. I think it's a 9 row repeat. It's like 9 or 10 rows. I think it's an 8 row, and then you do a 9th row to get rid of the final brioche stitches before we then just come back plain, and then we do a bubble section. So it's it's 2 rows of brioche. It's taken me an hour and a half to do, 2 hour and a half, 4 hour and a half, 6. So another 4.5, 5 hours of knitting maybe. If I can get into a rhythm and have to stop watching the video. The bit I always struggle with is at the beginning of the row. What am I doing? Which ones are knits? Then I've just got to concentrate. It was the same when I did the socks. The end stitches are always a little bit funky. So yeah, we'll see. But I reckon maybe another 5 hours of knitting. I know that stresses some people out when I plan my knitting like that. 5 hours of knitting to do the brioche section. The bubble section won't take long at all. That's probably an hour and a half, maybe. Oh, excuse me. That's quite quick because it's just knits and purls. And then another 5-6 hours to do the next brioche section and then a bubble section. So I reckon I've probably got 12 hours of brioche. Let's call it 15 hours of knitting. Maybe I'll try and keep a tally and see. I reckon I've probably got about 15 hours of knitting. And I will only have the evenings. Oh, no, 15 hours of knitting. Even if I do nothing on Sunday, that's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That's 5 hours of knitting after work. 7 till midnight. This isn't going to work. I'm not going to keep up, which is fine. Embrace your pace. I've always said I'm firmly in the team embrace your pace camp. I love the plan of trying to keep up. But I don't think I'll be far off. If I can get some knitting time in on Sunday, we get home about lunchtime, I think, and I've got to go back to band at 6. So if I can get like 3 hours in on Sunday, I then kind of get ahead of myself. But I'm in Monday, Tuesday. Oh, no, I'm not in Monday. Am I in Monday? Maybe. We'll see. Anyway, it's early. Good morning. It's 7 o'clock. I've started the brioche. I'm very happy. It is 7 o'clock. I can probably do one more row. At least I can do both rows. This is a thing, right, with brioche as well. I'm on my soapbox now. So this is just 2 rows in the pattern, but it's actually 4 rows of knitting. So when you break it down, it's an 8-row repeat. It's actually 16 rows because you're knitting each row twice. So that's not too bad going. But I might see if I can just do another row, even if it's the right side rows. I'll do those 2. I've got an hour or so before I need to technically log on. I've had a quick look at some work emails. I've got quite a busy day today though, and I am finishing early. So 7 o'clock, I'm going to see if I can, I'm going to go make another cup of tea. I'm going to do another 2 rows. And then that's probably me done then for the day. But then we're off to London, so stay tuned. We're going to go and see Mark. He's gone to London for work, so he will meet me there. We're staying overnight. We're staying near Wood Green, which is the main tube station for Ali Pali. And then, Ali Pali. Whoop, whoop. Knitting show. Let's go buy some yarn. Let's not buy some yarn, but let's go see Toft. And Nick and Lou from Nick from Cool Woolens, whose wool we're using. Louise, Lou from Ethel and Joan, the button maker, we'll go find them. Kitey and Bex from... Kitey, obviously, the yarn whisperer, you know. Bex off of Pigeon's Nest, whose crochet pumpkins I'm doing. So yeah, it's going to be a fun show, so stay tuned for that. I need to go make some coffee and do another row of knitting. I've changed! Da-da! Clothes, obviously, I haven't changed. That would be weird if I changed in an hour. Right, it is 8:30. I've logged my laptop on, but I just thought I would quickly show you where I got. And it does now start to look more like brioche. So I said it's a bit weird when it's only just started. And I feel like you need to do a few rows on brioche before you can actually see the pattern. So yeah, this is row 3, right, contrast colour and main colour. Yes. Or is it row 3 and row 4? Whatever it is, I've done the next pass of the main colour and the contrast colour. So you can now start to see the brioche ribbon, obviously in the pink, and then on the reverse in the green and black. So Elphaba is standing out proud on the reverse, and Glinda is on the front. So there we go. Right, this is it now. I am now going to work and we will then go to London. So I'll film a bit of the London footage. I was thinking earlier, I'm undecided as to whether Ali Pali comes in this video or as a separate video. We will see. It's probably going to be in this video because it is only a fly-in visit. But as always with this, there's not really a plan. What will happen? Who can say? But yay for brioche. That actually, those 2 rows probably only took me about half an hour. I left my phone in here and I sat on the bed. Who thought if you didn't play on Instagram, you'd actually get a lot done? So maybe it isn't going to take me 15 hours. Obviously, stay tuned throughout Vlogtober to see if I can get going. And stay up to date. But there we go. Right. Those beeps. Work's call in. Later. Hello, hello. It is about 5 o'clock, I think. I've just stopped for a Starbucks break. Hello. I started filming I realised I couldn't do this one-handed. Yes, I've just stopped for the Starbucks break. It is 7 minutes past 5. 7 minutes past 5. I left the house later than planned because I got caught on something with work and I was in the moment. So I carried on doing it. So a little bit later leaving. I think I'll get to London by 7:30 to meet Mark. Couple of drinks. I think we're going to go out for some food when we get there. And yeah, then Ali Pali. I found a problem in my brioche. One of my right side stitches has got a scarf instead of a shawl. So I didn't do the yarn over properly. But it's on the stitch I've just done. So I can just lift it up, I think. I will show you. I haven't got my shawl with me now. I will show you when we're back home on Sunday. But I was like, oh, no. I thought it was so pretty. And it wasn't. But yay for pumpkin spice lattes. Let's go. Otherwise, I'm going to not meet Mark. And I'll have a row for being late. It is now 7:42. This is the content you're here for. It took me a long time to get. Hello, hello. Took me a long time to drive up. Friday traffic. Mark is here. I've got a pint. Got a little bit left. We're going to go for a curry. I'm not sure how much you're going to see. We'll see. Shall I film him? Say hello to Vlogtober.
Hello.
Hello. We're on the tube. It is 10:30. And I didn't film any food. Yeah. You can see me in the camera. There's a theme in this episode. Hello, hello. I'm just getting the tripod. I don't know why I've started recording this without the tripod. Right, we are home from London and our friends. It's 1:45 on Sunday. And I'm not going to lie, I'm a little bit hungover. So brioching is probably not the greatest thing while hungover. So I mentioned earlier in the video, I've spotted a problem in my brioche. Where is it? I thought I put a stitch marker in it. I obviously didn't. Talk amongst yourselves. I know this is riveting conversation. Where is it? It's obviously not that noticeable. Oh, there it. Oh, is that it? No, that's not it. Where's it gone? I know what's going to happen. If I pause you, I'm going to find it straight away. Where is it? Good brioche, good brioche, good brioche, good brioche, good brioche. Okay, really talk amongst yourselves. Right, I'll be back in a moment. Okay, I found it. Right. There. So you can see lovely brioche. And then this one, the green, goes along the front. So it's obviously on the row that I've just done. So when I get back, I believe I can just pop it over the back and knit it. Because it's in front and it should be behind. So yeah, right. I did have a stitch marker. I do have a stitch marker. So I'm going to clip it so that I know when I get to that stitch, I need to fix it. So let's put that stitch marker in. Right. I'm going to now sit down. I'm going to basically attempt to TV and brioche. I'm just going to sit in bed, sit on the bed, and yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm just checking the rest of the brioche now. I'll do that off camera. And then I'll be back once I fix that stitch, and then I'm going to wrap up this week's video. Okie dokie, right, that is done. So, yeah. I'm pretty pleased with how it's looking. The brioche, I'm never going to be a brioche super fan, I don't think. I need to learn to love it. But yeah, we're getting there. So I've just done the first pass in the main colour of row 4. So I'm now going to go and do the second pass with the contrast colour, and then I've done row 4, and I think it's an 8-row repeat or a 9-row repeat. So I'm nearly halfway on the first bit of brioche. I'm very much looking forward to the next section though, because I can hopefully whittle through that. So I may see if I can finish the brioche tonight. I don't think I will finish the whole thing tonight. The whole brioche section. That would be great. If I get the whole brioche done today, then tomorrow I can do the next bubble section, because that's actually not too much knitting. And then back to brioche for Tuesday and Wednesday, and then, yeah, we'll see. So I'm definitely embracing my pace. I'm not going to finish it this week, and I'm totally fine with that. But there we go. I'm going to wrap this video up here. It's been a bit of a disjointed video, I think, because it's Vlogtober, just behind the scenes with what we get up to. The next video will probably be up on Tuesday, and that will be Ali Pali. So that will be behind the scenes with Toft. I did buy yarn. So that video will be up on Tuesday. Behind the scenes with the Toft stand. We saw Bex and Kitey from Pigeon's Nest. Kitey was there helping out. And Nick and Louise from Ethel and Joan. And lots of other people. So there's some more footage coming of our trip out to the yarn show. And then, of course, see how far and how much progress I've made with this. I was going to say twists and turns. No, can you tell I'm hungover? How much progress we made with Go Go Dynamo. So, thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much for watching. I hope that you've enjoyed following along with Mark and I's weekend. We had a lovely little trip to London, fly-in visit, and then down to Swansea for lots of drunken shenanigans with our best friend. So, it was lovely to see her. So, yeah. Hope you're well. Let me know in the comments below how you're getting on. Are you brioching? Are you eyeletting? I did contemplate doing one section of brioche and one section of eyelets to mix it up, but I think I need to have all the brioche. So yeah, let me know in the comments below how you are getting on. Don't forget, those of you that are planning on joining in on the Christmas cake along, make sure that you have got your ingredients. We have a box there. Mine has arrived. It was on the doorstep when I got home. So I've got all the ingredients. So I think next weekend probably, I'll start to make them. So I'll keep you posted during Vlogtober. But thank you as always for being here. Thank you for giving me some of your time. Yeah, it's wonderful to catch up with you all again. And I will be back on Tuesday with the next video, all about Ali Pali. So until then, happy crafting.